Yeah.
If you're a fan of John Cena, I think there's other caveats that you might want to add to that where it doesn't piss you off or doesn't make you change your feelings about John Cena. But I
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh. Have you ever been so mad that you could feel yourself burning up from the inside? That's how mad I was at that promo.
Let's get into it now, man. You are currently listening to the Wrestling Fans Podcast. This is an early edition for our prediction show for the Royal Rumble. I'm your host, BangEm South, Jason Fastkade, and I am joined by an irritated, pissed off, frustrated, best in the world.
I'm up at 10:30 in the morning.
I'm joined by Trent Williams, who graciously joined me on this early podcast. We are broadcasting live from the TWF studios on we're a couple of days away from the Royal Rumble, right? So let's get into it, man. We kind of caught us in a conversation, so finish the conversation.
Yeah, so this promo about John Cena, I mean, if he was a heel, I could absolutely defend it. But, I mean, I don't see, like I said, other than people who don't know anything outside of WWE that could cheer that. I mean, he just totally ripped AJ Styles, completely disrespected him, which is pretty ironic considering he's got a T-shirt now that says respect. They usually say in wrestling when you're building a feud not to tear down your opponent, to build them up. That way when you beat them, it makes you look even better. John Cena went completely against that. The fact that he didn't even, when he was on, they were showing that Today Show clip, they didn't even mention his name. I mean, that was just terrible.
That kind of hurt. That stung. And let's be honest, man, that could have been a secret item for them not to mention his name just to give some steam for Tuesday night. I mean, that could have been that. But the poster thing when the champ is literally in the back where I didn't even notice he was on the poster. You're not building up the match.
Right.
And I guess you're supposed to build up the Royal Rumble spectacle anyway, but it didn't really do anything good for AJ Styles. So I'm hoping AJ wins, but continue with your rant, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if you notice the poster, the four that are on the front are the four part-timers that are in this match.
Yeah.
The Rumble match.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's see. I actually wrote down some of the stuff he says. Let's see. Hold on one second.
While you're looking for that, answer me this. Okay.
All right.
If you were a fan of, like, we both hate it because we're obviously not fans of John Cena, right, but we're also real enough to know that there's certain things that were in his promo that have to be true. Like, basically calling AJ a transitional champion, basically saying that, hey, anything that I want, I get, not in those words, but if you were a fan of John Cena, does that rub you the wrong way, or do you believe everything that he says and you just accept it for what it is?
I think if you're a fan of John Cena, you are one of those fans that are sort of like a casual fan or a kid, or that's not into outside of WWE. WWE's all you know. So from that aspect, yeah, you probably agree with everything Cena says. But to degrade everything AJ's done, I mean, wasn't it AJ that got the highest rating for SmackDown that they've had in forever?
If you look at the numbers, they didn't score a 15, man. Let's be.
Well, I know that
they didn't score a 30. Like, they didn't score a 5. They didn't even score a 4. And John Cena was on the show. So and they barely beat Raw, which in this day and age was still a great thing. But especially on a Tuesday night. But yeah. I mean, listen, John Cena is the face still, and rightfully so. My thing was during the promo, those are the type of promos that we get now, right? Like, everyone takes jabs. I'm shocked that AJ didn't talk about his big boob girlfriend, or Just jabs, man. Like the Rock and Cena, they threw jabs, right?
Right.
Cena didn't necessarily throw jabs at AJ, other than his hair, I guess. But he didn't throw jabs at AJ. All he did was literally belittle him, and that's what you were saying. Like that's the part that it just didn't really work. Even if you were a fan of John Cena, I think that was the wrong way to go about it.
Yeah, I mean, he says that Cena said he gets done more in a day than AJ Styles has in his whole career. I mean, that's just completely downgrading everything AJ's ever done.
Okay, look, I like that jab. I think that jab would work anywhere, right?
Right.
Then he says like the biggest one was when he said something about, hey, why he's not a good wrestler. Is it because he didn't work the indies, right?
Right.
So that's where I thought you kind of skewed it towards AJ, because AJ is obviously the better wrestler, and Cena's been called a terrible wrestler by Daniel Bryan, Ziggler, all that stuff. But to say that he's not a good wrestler because he literally just walked on the scene with a bodybuilder look, and they taught him how to be a wrestler day one.
Right.
That kind of screams more towards realism, and the more real that he got, the more that he showed behind the curtain about literally he's in control. Whatever he wants, he's going to get. AJ's a transitional champion, and there's nothing that AJ can do about it, whether AJ's a great wrestler or not. And that's the part where I was just like, what are you building? Because at the Royal Rumble, if you lose, you're probably gonna go away until WrestleMania. We totally get that. Right. But if you win, there's nobody else for you to face.
Nope.
Literally nobody for you to face.
Let's say bring the Miz up for a world title.
I'm sure we'll get to that later, but go. What are your final thoughts on this promo, man?
I think it was just another completely heelish promo from Cena. I've never said anything about Cena as far as, in the ring from bell to bell. He's one of the best there is. It's just everything outside of it that bothers me with him. And another thing, some of this has to be coming not from Cena, but from the people in charge, which is actually funny because they want to downgrade indie talent, yet they're acquiring them left and right,
Yeah, they're acquiring indie talent because, in my opinion, they're easier to train. They can appear quicker on the main stage, and you can literally rape them. I mean, let's just be honest. You can take them for all that they're worth, pay them whatever you want to, since they probably only have about 5 years left. Most come in when they're 30, 33.
Yeah.
Versus training a guy and spending all that time training a guy that may have a great look but doesn't know peanuts about wrestling. So that's just what they do, man.
They also already have a following, so you don't have to worry about building them up.
Yeah, I mean it's the best package in the world at this point, and it may have not been like this 15, 20 years ago when you had multiple promotions. Everybody's trying to get to the WWE. So you either have this rookie that still needs to add about 50 pounds of steroided mass, or you get this great wrestler who came out of college that's a little green that can't do a promo, or you get this guy that's been all around the world in the indies, has his own shirts, is the hottest commodity that there is, and just ripped up Japan, who's in his mid-30s, and you're going to pay him whatever you want to pay him, and give him one hot year, let him headline some pay-per-views, and you'll get rid of him. And that's what it is. Okay, man. Wow, that was a great start to the show.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get more positive or more negative, but we are going to give you our predictions for the 2017 Royal Rumble.
We are. And for NXT TakeOver.
NXT TakeOver San Antonio, right?
Yep.
Okay, which one would you like to do first, man?
I guess we can start with TakeOver.
All right, and let's be clear about this, man. What time will NXT TakeOver start?
8 o'clock.
It will start at 8 o'clock. Okay. And we have 5 matches, 6 matches.
5.
5. Okay. So the runtime could probably be 2.5 hours, 2:45, maybe 3 hours, maybe 3.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go through it.
All right. So the first match is Roderick Strong versus Andrade Cien Almas. Picking Roderick Strong here.
Okay. I think this will be a good match. I think it lacks a little sizzle, but okay. Yeah, I'm picking Roderick Strong. He has a good finisher, and it should be a good match. I just think it just lacks a little sizzle. That's it.
Yeah. Feels like something was just tacked on at the last minute because they needed another match.
And we've talked about this for the past couple of weeks. We didn't really have that debut, right? We didn't have someone that's going to have a blockbuster entrant. You know, we didn't have any of that stuff. So maybe Kenny Omega shows up in the front row. Heck, maybe the best in the world, Trent Williams, shows up in the front row.
Yeah.
You never know. So, but yeah, very good starting match, opening match.
Yeah. Next match, Ty Dillinger versus Eric Young. I'm gonna go with Eric Young here. I think Damo, or as they're now calling him, Killian Dane, will interfere and help Eric Young win.
Killian Dane?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm still going with Eric Young. I think this is gonna be a big sanity night for some reason.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
Yeah. And Ty Dillinger is the reverse Charlotte Flair. He hasn't won on a takeover, so I don't expect him to win.
Do you think that we'll see the rumored Ty Dillinger entering at number 10 in the Rumble?
I'm not laughing because that's a horrible idea. I didn't know that was a rumor. Not necessarily
a lot of people are talking about that.
Not necessarily for him to come into the Rumble. Like Joe's obviously the biggest debut from NXT, but for this dude to enter at number 10, how sick would that be?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I would love to see it, man. I really would. I think that would give an influx of talent. He would probably go straight to SmackDown anyway. But wow, at number 10, I think that would be a perfect idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even did you ever watch that video I told you to watch with?
I saw. I did. And then
you heard what he said. The first two he wanted to see as surprises.
Wait. Sasha said Ty Dillinger.
Right.
They blanked out what Seth Rollins said, and Sean said Terry Funk. Or no, he said Stan Hansen, right?
He said both of them.
Huh. Listen.
I wonder where he got that from.
We know you're listening, WWE. We know you're listening, man. So, wow. Here's the thing, man. We're gonna get to the Royal Rumble predictions after this one, but do we have the list of the participants?
We do.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, all right. So we'll get to that then. But we both have Eric Young winning this match, correct?
Right. And let me tell you one more thing about that video before I forget. The funniest thing about that video was they asked Keith Slater who he'd like to see as a surprise. He says Lex Luger.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
The poor man can barely even walk. How's he going to make a surprise?
Yeah, I saw that. I actually saw a picture of what Lex looks like now. It's
pretty bad.
It is pretty bad. But he does give like speeches and everything like that. So he has transitioned, which is a good thing. Yeah,
and I think he might be, for a while he was in a wheelchair. I think now he can kind of move around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, man, progress is the best thing the guy can give us. So good luck to Lex Luger.
Yep. All right, so back on TakeOver, the next match we have is Asuka versus Billie Kay versus Nikki Cross versus Peyton Royce for the Women's Championship.
I think this is the perfect chance for Asuka to lose a title without getting pinned.
Yeah.
And that, and like I said, I think it's going to be a big sanity night. If Joe's leaving, if Ty's leaving, sanity could be your new clique to rival Rude or Nakamura. Maybe even challenge for the tag titles. But yeah, I'm going Nikki Cross here. Definitely glad that she's called Nikki Cross instead of Nikki Glenn Cross. But I think this is just a good way for Asuka to lose a title without getting pinned. And I'm guessing that doesn't interfere with her win streak or her undefeated streak, rather.
I'm actually going to go with Asuka winning this. I think they're going to make her losing an even bigger thing. So I think they're wanting to do it on the Mania takeover.
Okay. So wait. She's not gonna lose. All right. So if Nikki Cross pins Billy Kay or something like that, right?
Right.
And I think that duo with her and Peyton is just a great choice. But
is it just me, or does that them two together seem like it's going somewhere that we talked about with Mickie James and Trish?
well, first of all, you sound like you wouldn't like that option.
No, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I was just wondering if that was just me that sees that or if anybody else sees that.
I think they're very touchy. I think they're too I think they're too close as BFFs, but I don't know. I just think that's where it is. NXT is not on USA,
right?
So maybe they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Okay, but yes. So I hear what you're saying. I definitely hear what you're saying. But if she does, like, my thing is the title more important or is her undefeated streak more important?
The title should be.
Okay, so would you want to build her first title loss or her first loss?
I'd build her first title loss.
Okay. So, with that reasoning, I see what you're saying then.
Well, really, you'd be building both, though, if she still has the title.
If she still has the title and in Mania she loses it, but loses it and gets pinned, back on the mat 1, 2, 3, clean
They could always do like some kind of like a banana peel where she slips on a banana peel or something. Not literally.
Nicely done. Well, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, she has to get beat.
Yeah.
And when she gets beat, we can expect 2 months of them talking about this could be the match. Or is it finally going to happen, right? So yeah. I see what you're saying there. I definitely see what you're saying there.
My thing is, I'm trying to figure out who's going to beat her. Is it going to be Nikki or is it going to be Ember?
Exactly. My thing is, I would think it would need to be Nikki, and then Ember beats Nikki, but Asuka never gets pinned. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I mean, what I would do is have Nikki beat Asuka take over in WrestleMania weekend, and then I'd bring Asuka up to the main roster. And then have Nikki and Ember be the new women's feud.
Listen, I'm not knocking that. I'm only knocking the fact that Asuka goes up to the main roster. If Asuka goes up to the main roster, where does she go? What show does she go on?
Raw.
Obviously, right? She has to go on Raw to counterbalance the monster that is Nia Jax, right? But I think that's a little too soon. Maybe by SummerSlam, that's when we get it. But I don't think Asuka gets pinned. Put it that way. I don't think she gets pinned, and I don't think she ever loses. Maybe she loses at the takeover around SummerSlam. That's my thinking.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna go with Asuka retaining here.
Okay. All right. And either way, all 4 entrants of this match should have great entrances. Like
yes.
This is a match that could have some over the top entrances.
Also, I would like Nikki Cross to be now known as my little Tasmanian Devil. That's my new nickname for her.
Okay, all right.
She's kind of, small, but she's like ferocious and vicious and could tear you apart.
She's feral. I'm glad that you got away from the drug addicted Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little mean, but yeah. Okay, cool, man.
Well, until you said feral, though, that's what I thought because that's what she was acting.
Oh, man. Okay, moving on.
All right, next match, we have DIY versus Authors of Pain for the NXT tag titles. This is probably the toughest one for me, I think, because Authors of Pain have been dominant over everybody, but I still feel it's a little bit too soon, sort of, to let them have the belts, but yeah, I can't see DIY beating them.
Let me ask you this, man, and I'm going to go back, because now this doesn't even make sense to me. Why was Paul Ellering in a shark cage for the Dusty Classic finals?
Because he kept interfering. Well, actually, he didn't, did he? He just
exactly.
One time.
Exactly. He never interfered, so it was literally, like you said, an homage to Dusty, right?
Yeah.
Did they build up anything where Paul Ellering kept interfering here in this feud? I think it would have worked better if Paul Ellering was in a shark cage over this match. If he had, used his outside interference a lot more. Either way, I think this is going to be a really good match. It'll be a tough match for DIY to overcome, but I think Authors of Pain beat him, man. Just because the giant aspect wins, and then DIY probably beats him again at Takeover Orlando.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
And do you think after this maybe Sanity also gets in the tag title picture?
Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. I think it's going to be a big night for Sanity, man. I think it's going to be a huge night for Sanity. Damo, Killian Black, whatever you want to call him.
Killian Dane.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't get it confused with Tommy Ian now. We mixing up very bad NXT names.
You know the crazy thing about that? Seth Rollins' name was Tyler Black in ROH, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't they bring Tyler Black, but now they can call some guy Aleister Black?
Yeah, for real. I know.
Doesn't make any sense. I think Sanity's going to have a big night and just a big future in the next 6 months, considering people are leaving, and they could be the main focus. Yeah, man, I think the Authors of Pain get it here. They dominate and DIY, and maybe the Revival have a triple threat at the Orlando takeover.
Yeah. As far as Sanity goes, what is your opinions on Eric Young? I don't see him as world champion material. I never have.
I don't see him as world champion material without Sanity. Like, I'm not a big fan of his solo matches, but
his promos, his voice is it's very unique and it's kind of odd.
But that's the thing. Like, you just hit it on the head. His voice is unique. There are a few radio personalities, they come on late, but with the same voice. And there's some, let's be honest, there's some pretty attractive chicks with that same voice we don't need to get into that. But here's the thing. What?
There's attractive chicks with the voice that Eric Young has.
We don't need to get into my past life, Trent. Listen, let's just go ahead. But no, man, not a big fan of his in singles matches. I think the new finisher he has is pretty cool. With Sanity surrounding the ring, it just adds to the intensity of the match. So I think those can get better. Listen, the Miz was trash. He was change the channel material until he got Maurice. Maybe Eric Young can get elevated with just having Sanity surrounding the ring.
Yeah. So Killian Dane is Eric Young's Maurice.
No, I did not say that. I said he could get elevated with Sanity surrounding the ring. Oh, heck no. Everyone in Sanity needs to take a bath. Are we in agreement on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Along with Dean Ambrose.
Exactly. Okay, man. What's next?
Next match is Shinsuke versus Bobby Roode for the NXT title.
Oh wow, we've already got to the main. Well, did we do 5 matches already?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Shinsuke and Bobby Roode. First of all, Bobby Roode is what?
Glorious.
And I think his entrance is going to be over the top. Over the top.
Oh yeah.
Shinsuke's entrance will. Oh my gosh, will be ridiculous. I don't see Roode winning the belt here.
Nope.
Nothing against Bobby Roode. I think it'll be a good match, and I think we'll probably get a rematch at Takeover. I want to say Takeover Mania. That's what I want to call it now. Mania Takeover. But Takeover Orlando, we'll probably see a rematch.
All right. I'm going with Nakamura as well, but I don't see a rematch. I'm still sticking with my thing that you don't think will happen. Which
my bad.
I think the show will close with Nakamura in the ring and Cassius Ohno coming out on stage.
This might be something that breaks us up. Oh wow, I'm not gonna say that. This would be something that could break us apart. Here's the thing. I just don't see it happening, man. Like if he uses the same trainer that Big Show has, yeah, I see it happening. When he came into the ring and it was one of those off show dark match area type things where he came in the ring and tapped the belt. Man, did you see how much he weighed? Like, did you see his body?
Yeah.
That's not going on a Mania Takeover, man. I'm sorry. I don't think it's going on a Mania Takeover. Listen, Damo and Jerry Lawler have the same type of belly. I understand that. I totally get it. And they both need to shave. I totally get it. But Chris Hero is not Samoan, so he does not get the same pass. It just, to me, I just don't see it working, man. I just don't see it working.
All right. When that happens, you gonna say I was right, though.
I think as far as a Okay, let's go back because I did say this. The opening match, right? There was no sizzle. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe he's in the audience.
Right.
Okay. Maybe he's in the audience. So I see what you're saying there. But give him a couple months, man. Put him on a vegan diet, man. Like you need to see a six pack by Mania. That's all I'm
I
saying.
mean, he could already be doing that, and we don't know it.
Okay. Okay. I'm just looking at Cassius Ono, Chris Hero now. I don't see it a Mania takeover. That's all I'm saying.
But again, I think he's one of those whose talent is so good that you can't, that the weight won't even matter. Look, I was just as shocked as you was when I first seen him after his first NXT run, seeing he gained so much weight. I was shocked too, but then I watched some of his matches, and it don't matter how much he weighs or what he looks like, he can still go.
Oh, he can definitely go. I'm just looking at where he and the change was not, years of just weight gain. It was almost instantaneous. It was like once he left, I guess it was called FCW back then, or maybe we were in the early stages of NXT.
Yeah.
He was fat. I mean, he was fat. He was never like a toned guy. He was never a muscular guy. Like he almost had a stomach like Baron Corbin, right?
Right.
But man, I don't know, man. Good luck to Cassius. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't even sit in the crowd, and we get like a promo similar to Mickey James and what Shinsuke Nakamura did, and everybody's waiting for it. So all I'm saying is get in shape, dude. That's it. That's it.
So that's NXT Takeover. Overall, I feel this NXT Takeover don't have the same hype as some of the others have.
I mean, I pointed it out. There's no big debut. You're coming off the heels of what city was the last one in?
Toronto.
Yeah, you're not coming off. What am I trying to say? What was the takeover last year around Royal Rumble time, or was there one? I don't think there was one, right?
No, I don't think they had one. I think they went from the one in December, which was NXT London, and then they went to the one at Mania, which was NXT Dallas.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Usually the takeovers happen in not legendary, but foreign territories, right? Places that they've never been before, and places if they went there, oh my gosh, the roof just. It's just over the top. I mean, the roof explodes with all the intensity of the fans and people cheering and everything. Yeah. I don't know what San Antonio's like, man. I don't really remember a Raw or a pay-per-view emanating out of San Antonio where, it was so crazy and so chaotic. Maybe that changes, but the crowd can make up for any lackluster card. And maybe we see some things that are unexpected. I would love to see the Catches on thing at the end of the night. Maybe it just builds to that.
Yeah. The one thing that I'm looking at this card is like before we've had, like these DIY revival matches where, I can't wait to see that match. This card don't really have that. I can't wait to see that match. That's going to be a good match.
And that's why I think you need some title changes because it's flat. Like it's really flat. You can almost predict the winners. Like the DIY Authors of Pain match. I don't think that matters. I just don't think it matters. If you get the Asuka title change, that could be a big thing, right? That could be a big thing going forward. Eric Young and Ty Dillinger, nobody cares. And Roderick Strong and Almost, sorry, I'm not interested.
Right.
So maybe we'll see something extra, man. Maybe that, I don't know, maybe Ember Moon, Eyes Down, Asuka, maybe Ono is there, maybe... I don't know. Maybe Joe makes Shinsuke lose. I mean, you got a number of things that can happen.
We don't need that. We don't need another Shinsuke Nakamura Samoa Joe match. I've had enough of those.
Wait a minute. We got 30 Sasha versus Charlotte. We can't have another Joe and Shinsuke?
No, because I enjoy the Sasha Charlotte matches way more than the Joe and Nakamura matches.
Okay. All right. Okay. Enough said, man. But where do you think this NXT will rank? Like, just before it even happens, where do you think it'll be on a scale of 5 stars?
Well, I mean, going into it, I see it being one of the lesser shows, but they could surprise me. I've been surprised before by some of their shows.
Okay. All right. Enough said.
Yep. I guess now we can move to the Royal Rumble.
Let's do it.
All right. So we have our lovely, for some reason, 2-hour pre-show. I don't know why Rumble has a pre-show that's 2 hours. WrestleMania should be the only one that has a 2-hour pre-show.
I think they're building you up for that, but go ahead.
Yeah. Although if Rumble's 2 hours, WrestleMania pre-show might be about 4 hours.
I think they might just have an all-day pay-per-view. Let people sleep in the arena and just serve breakfast and coffee. I don't know.
There'd probably be a bunch of them that would do that.
That's a lot. Trent, like seriously, and maybe for Mania, but we're already getting it here. You get a 2-hour pre-show, 3 hours guaranteed. Maybe it goes three and a half, right?
No, the pay-per-view.
No. Royal Rumble. Just Royal Rumble. Because we already know Mania is gonna go over and beyond. Royal Rumble is how long?
4 hours.
How do you already know this?
It starts at 7.
No. Oh gosh, it starts at 7. Yeah.
Yeah, the pre-show starts at 5.
6 hours?
Yeah, if not longer.
Yeah. They're just setting it. Yeah, they're getting you ready for Mania, man. That's a lot.
Yeah. 18 match card Mania like I had. All right, here we go.
Would you devote 6 hours sitting down to watch it?
For WrestleMania I would, but because it's the biggest show of the year. But for Royal Rumble, as much as I love the Royal Rumble pay-per-view concept, no. But I will because I have a show to do and I have to write reviews for my blog.
Nicely done.
Which you can visit at mythoughtsonprowrestling.blogspot.com, where I just released the first part of my Royal Rumble rankings.
Shameless plug, but I like it. Okay, man. All right, yeah, let's get into it, man. We've been rambling here, but Royal Rumble. Oh gosh, we got to start with the pre-show too. Go ahead.
Yep. All right, so the first pre-show match is Sheamus and Cesaro versus Anderson and Gallows for the Raw Tag Titles with 2 referees. I ain't seen that gimmick in a long time.
Wait, and they're not even calling the second referee the enforcer?
Nope, 2 referees.
What are the chances that we get a third referee by night's end?
Probably so, yeah.
Okay.
They'll both take referee bumps, and we'll have to have a third one come out.
Wow. All right, look, man. Considering, that's a shame that this is a pre-show match, but since it's a pre-show match, I still got to go with Cesaro.
Yep, that's what I'm going with because I don't see Gallows and Anderson ever winning these tag titles.
You are so down on them. So down.
I'm not down on them, but I mean, if they didn't get the tag titles when they were hot in the summer against New Day, I don't see them getting them now.
Okay, all right. I see where you're coming from.
All right, so that's that match. Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks, also on the pre-show. Poor Sasha.
Yeah. Hashtag. Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag poor Sasha. That's enough said right there. It's enough said.
I think they're building Nia up for something, so I'm gonna go with Nia. From everything I've read, for some reason it seems like they've kind of soured on Sasha for some reason.
I don't want to say why, but we're not gonna go down that road. But I mean, I've read maybe a 4-way at Mania. Yeah. I still see all 4 of these women involved in the women's title picture for Raw. But I don't think Sasha overcomes Nia on her first pay-per-view.
No, I don't either.
Oh, wait. This is Nia's first pay-per-view, isn't it?
No. I think she had one against Alicia Fox.
That was wow, she's a pre-show girl?
Yep.
Oh, gosh. Okay, yeah, whatever. Nia Jax. Hashtag poor Sasha.
Yep, I'm going with Nia also. All right, next match. It's a match that could have gave us like two matches on this card, but they put everything into one. It's Nikki Bella, Naomi, and Becky Lynch versus my team of Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya, although Natalya is not part of my team.
Wait a minute, what?
Alexa and Mickie are my team, but Natalya's not.
I heard that. What's the match again? It's a 6-woman?
Yeah, Nikki Bella, Naomi, and Becky Lynch against Alexa, Mickie, and Natalya.
They have the audacity to say that this is a pre-show?
No, this is on the card.
This made the card?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Whatever. I don't want you to say it again, but gosh. I wondered how they were gonna get the Natalya and Bionic Boobs match on. I I knew they wouldn't give him a singles match because I thought that would be a waste of time. No disrespect.
I think they actually kind of deserve it after the work they've been putting on for the last couple of weeks.
I thought they should have got it, but I didn't think they would have got it. That's all I'm saying. It deserves one for being on SmackDown and building and everything like that. And for what it's worth, I thought they could have had a brawl, right? I thought they could have had a brawl.
I thought they'd give them like a street fight or something.
Right. I mean, I thought somebody could have went through the table, something, man. But maybe we get that in this match. Maybe we get a power bomb through a table for one of these ladies, and Alexa and Mickey kind of skate away unharmed, and Natalya takes all the punch. Maybe we get that.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah. But I was sorry to cut you off. I really wanted a brawl. Like I really wanted a brawl. I thought they would have got that.
Yeah, but I'm going with Alexa, Mickey, and Natalya.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And how did you like how they brought Naomi back just to set because they needed another woman to make this a 6-person tag?
Do we need to go down my
we also finally got an appearance by the Usos at ringside.
Seriously, like do I have a lot of cards in my pocket? Do you want me to pull out one for you?
No, we already know where you're going.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Jeez, that made me so mad. But go ahead, yeah. That's what it is.
All right, next match: Rich Swann versus Neville.
Neville finally gets his due, right?
Yep, I think Neville can definitely handle this. I think he'll take Swann out, and I think he'll make him tap out to his new finisher hold, the Rings of Neville.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So, also, nothing much happened on 205 Live that I read. I didn't watch it this week.
Okay. Now,
I can't tell you who botched or who didn't botch this week.
Nicely done. No, I think Neville's a way better face for 205 Live than Brian Kendrick was. And with no disrespect to Brian Kendrick at all. But Pac, Neville, him leading the show, I think it'll be a way better show. Way better show.
Yeah. And I want to see now going into Mania a Neville Jack Gallagher feud.
No,
that's what I want my Mania match to be. If it's not a multi-person match, I want it to be Neville and Gallagher.
No, Trent. No.
Why?
I will. Here's why. Okay. Oh, gosh, the promos I think would just offset. They wouldn't offset each other. The Gentleman versus the Menace, I guess. They wouldn't offset because Jack Gallagher is so likable. And I see where you're going. It would definitely work from a standpoint of people would feel so sorry for Gallagher and everything. He's such a nice guy, such a gentleman, whatever. But they need to let that get white hot, no pun intended. But they need to let Gallagher just get so over the top, and then go for the title on whoever it may be at that time.
Yeah, I agree. So who would you like to? Who would you do for the WrestleMania match for the cruiserweights?
I'm not gonna pull up the card here and say Cedric, but I think you would get what I would want to see out of the cruiserweights anyway, a fast flying match. So I would put Rich and TJP back in there. I would do something like that. My thing is the 205 Live Championship won't be a big spectacle for the WrestleMania card. With no disrespect. Yeah. With no disrespect to those guys' talents, I don't want it to be a big match on that card. I think it'll be a big match for a couple of the other pay-per-views after Mania. That way it can get its just due.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next match we have Charlotte versus Bayley for the Raw Women's title. Oh, and also while I'm thinking about it, going back to the SmackDown Women's side, I think our match at the Mania will be a 3-way between Mickey, Alexa, and Becky.
Oh yeah, I think that's almost etched in stone.
Yeah, unless they do that at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about Elimination Chamber. There's a lot of ideas for what could happen at the Elimination Chamber to kind of change Mania for all we can predict now. So we'll kind of get closer to that when we talk about the Rumble winner. But For this Bailey and Charlotte match, like we said, just don't think it's going on Bailey yet. I did like the Bailey Corey Graves, Charlotte Corey Graves thing. I think that was probably one of the best promos during this entire feud. But I don't think Bailey wins it here.
Yeah, Bailey, she's pretty good at those like interview settings like that. But it's like when she's in front of a crowd, she kind of, it's not that good. She kind of, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
She gets off track or something.
Well, here's what I have seen the majority of the times. I think she came on the scene, and every time she was on camera, they were singing, they were chanting, and I think she got used to that, and it looked like she was just overwhelmed by the cheering and the respect that the audience gave her. So it kind of made her have that, oh gosh, type of feel to it. But now when she doesn't get that, you just see that's how she is. And sometimes you need to come off a little bit stronger. Sometimes you need to build up your promo way better than you're doing now. So hopefully she'll get better.
I agree. But I guess that does, in a way, though, fit in with her being like more of like a fan, sort of. That she can't believe she's there. She's getting the reaction she gets.
Yeah. If they visit Cali or the West Coast between now and oh yeah, definitely. Because she's from Cali, so if they go back over there, I think you'll start to see this heat up rapidly. Because the crowds will be so pro Bailey that it'll make everybody that's not in those cities like, well, damn, maybe Bailey does deserve, So if they're going to Arkansas and Cincinnati where people don't really know Bailey or aren't really not necessarily big fans of her or just don't enjoy getting drunk and singing, hey, da. So we will see Bailey heat up probably.
I think she'll come over huge in Orlando because of the NXT crowd that'll be down there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, listen, the match should still be good. Just don't think Bailey will win it.
No, me neither. All right, next match. We have Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship with Chris Jericho in a shark cage, and the match is now a no DQ match.
Your thoughts?
Still going with Roman. I've
changed my mind recently, and I look at it like this. We still have to get to the Royal Rumble, which is, that's still pending. But I don't think they want Roman headlining WrestleMania. And I'll say this. They're doing all they can for him not to, right? So he's not in the Royal Rumble. Right. He's facing Kevin Owens. We still have we got the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. We still have time between now and then, and we have all of these part-timers in that match. I think we get Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens at Mania. But at the end of the day, I don't think they want Roman to end the show at Mania. So I don't think he wins here of WrestleMania. I don't think they want people to boo Roman as the show goes off or in that last match, which is supposed to be like the thing that ends the show, whatever, and sends people home happy. He's not in the Royal Rumble. I don't see him beating Kevin Owens. If it's a no disqualification match, maybe Jericho gets out of the shark cage. Maybe someone debuts and screws over Roman. Yeah. So I got Kevin Owens beating him.
All right. But could he be in that Universal title match and not be the last match? Put the WWE title last, or maybe like a part-timers match?
I don't know, man. Like, we've already questioned if one of the part-timers wins, what belt they're going for, and we both said Raw. So if you do that, he's going to be the last match. If you do something else where it's just a great part-timers match, if it's Undertaker versus John Cena, that match goes on last, and Cena headlines WrestleMania, blah blah. But I see where you're coming from, so I can't argue with if you're going with Roman Reigns.
Yep, I'm gonna go with Roman.
All right,
and the next match is AJ Styles versus John Cena, who should be a heel for the WWE World Title.
Quick question: do you think they could do a heel turn here, or a double switch, double turn?
No, they're not going to turn Cena heel. I think if they were going to do it, it would have done happened by now.
Okay. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with AJ.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't, Steve? Really? You don't think Cena does it?
Nah.
Trent, he is John Cena.
Yeah, he is John Cena. That's true.
Recognize.
Yeah, respect.
He's a bit. All right, so here's the thing, man. I got AJ, man. I got AJ, and if AJ wins, I'm gonna pump my fist and get a haircut like a soccer mom. But I think AJ wins it, man, just because of all the smack talk that John Cena did. Obviously, he doesn't have to be around to be popular. I'm pretty sure he's gonna host some awards and.
Oh, he's hosting the or the Teen Choice Awards or something. Or no, the Kids Choice Awards for Nickelodeon.
Yeah, he's probably gonna heal the sick and like cure the blind, or I don't know, man. It's John Cena, so he'll be doing that, and AJ will be ruling this. Maybe we get something at Mania.
Yep, I'm going with AJ too.
All right.
All right, let's see. I guess that leaves us with the Royal Rumble match.
Okay, so far, have we had any title change hand? Think the cruiserweight, right?
The cruiserweight, and you think the Universal title is? No, I think the Universal title is.
Okay, all right, cool. All right. Let's get into it, man. Do you want to give the participants? I'm probably going to forget how many how many participants do you have as of right now?
I think we have 18.
We only have 18 people confirmed?
Well, let me see. Here's who we got so far. We got Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Big E, Kofi, Xavier, Jericho, Braun Strowman, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Sheamus, The Big Show, Big Cass, Rusev. And then for SmackDown, we have Baron Corbin, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, Ziggler, Bray, Randy Orton, Luke Harper, Mojo Rawley, and The Undertaker.
Okay, so that's 23. One thing
spots then.
Okay. One thing we did mention was Seth Rollins and Triple H. Are they on the show, or what could possibly happen with them?
I thought that was very weird that they took Seth out of this match Monday.
Yeah, so I don't know how that works, but okay. So we got 23 people. We're thinking Samoa Joe's in it. That's 24.
Kane.
Oh, wow. Okay, big deal. Kane, 25.
He'll be in it because he's the whole Royal Rumble thing,
Yeah. Okay, so that's 25. Ty Dillinger, maybe he's 26.
Yeah. Angle.
I didn't know if you wanted me to say it, but yeah, Angle, that's 27.
What about Balor?
Balor could be 28.
A legend, some kind of legend.
Going back to,
I guess.
Yeah, going back to your Royal Rumble predictions on my thoughts on ProWrestling.blogspot.com. Is Dolph Ziggler in this?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, just making sure. I don't know. So we got up to 28/29. It still leaves some openings, man.
Ellsworth.
All right, so that's 20. That's 29.
With his new fashionable gear that Carmella bought him.
29, 30. Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like your idea for what the Royal Rumble could see. And maybe we get another legend. Maybe we get a Hall of Famer coming down. Maybe DDP comes down and just diamond cutters someone, but we'll see.
Yep.
So who you got winning this thing, man?
I'm still going with Goldberg.
You're still going with Goldberg, huh?
Yep.
You're still going, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still going with Sami Zayn, man. Like, I'm still going with...
I thought that was a crazy idea when you said it, but darn if I hadn't looked around Twitter and there's other people that are starting to kind of say that.
Yeah, like I said, man, the story that you could build off that, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the 528th time, something that they've always worked for. Kevin Owens pretty much stole the belt from Sami in NXT, so now Sami takes it or tries to take it on the biggest stage of them all. I just see that happening, so all of your other part-timers still, they're gonna get a match, but it doesn't have to be for the title. So I got him going. I've seen possible Randy Orton as a winner, and then Bray Wyatt wins the Elimination Chamber. So you finally get that match.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but I got Sami Zayn winning the thing, man.
All right. Who do you say gets the most eliminations?
Let me ask you this: do you know the? Well, I'm not even gonna ask that because that's irrelevant. Obviously, I think it would look great if Braun Strowman did.
Yeah,
I think I think he's a solid pick to at least do that. Kofi will still get thrown on the New Day probably and get thrown back in the ring. You know, you still get that. Ellsworth will be eliminated in the quickest fashion, and Kenny Omega will be your 30. That's 30 right there, Kenny Omega. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Who would you say is going to be like the person that stays in the longest?
Well, if my prediction comes true, I'm thinking Sami Zayn, but
are you thinking about doing a Sami Zayn from number 1 and winning?
I don't think if people go to my thoughts on pro wrestling.blogspot.com, I think there's no way that you can deny that will make for a perfect Royal Rumble. But I don't see him coming in at number 1 and winning the whole thing just because that spot, man, you gotta you needed to have sold a lot of merchandise in order to do that, my friend. So
that's true.
You know, maybe coming in at 8. You know, he's obviously going to be a top entrant to where you kind of forget that he's still in it, and he gets beat up most of the match, and he can hide in a corner. Most of those guys that did that were smaller guys. You know, that's what I see.
Other than I'm watching the 2006 Rumble, the one that Ray won.
Yeah,
he come in at number 2. But if you watch him throughout the match, he don't do nothing. He lays around in the corner for most of the match.
Exactly. That's how they get away with it, man. You pretty much have. And granted,
he's the only one that's done that, because if you watch like the Shawn Michaels winner, like when Ric Flair come in at number 3, they were go the whole time.
Okay, I'll say this: those were all of those. I'm just gonna say all of those were in the area where the entire match you had 15 people in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't think we're in that age anymore. So I think he'll still be able to get away with it, but he's not going to be number 1, number 2. He'll be like 8, 9, 10, something like that. So he can hide a little bit. So Ray didn't do anything?
Not much. No.
He just hit in the corner. That's funny. That is funny. That's funny.
Triple H, Triple H was number 1 and Ray was number 2. They both made it to the final 3, and neither one of them did too much. But even Triple H did more than Ray did.
Oh man, I gotta go back and watch that, man. I'll definitely have to see how Ray hid the entire time. That's funny.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else we want to talk about. Oh, I want to talk about this Randy Orton Luke Harper match from SmackDown. That match was good. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was a solid match. It was worth the spectacle of them building that up. Outside of this storyline, Luke Harper versus Randy Orton, I wouldn't have cared about.
Right.
But yeah, it was a very good match. It was, and you're talking about the entire match where at the end of it, Bray gives Sister Abigail to Luke and all the other stuff. So
I'm talking about before that though, just the match itself.
It was a good match. I cannot deny it was a good match.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty big on Harper anyway. I'm thinking about starting a campaign, Luke Harper for WWE champion.
Good luck with that, man. Good luck with that.
Think I'd have anybody behind me?
I'll support you, man. I will definitely support your hashtags. Well, like we already got Nikki Cross as a Tasmanian Devil. Hashtag poor Sasha, and if we need to add Luke Harper for president, it's fine. It's fine with me.
Not president, just WWE champion.
Oh, what did I say? President?
Yeah.
Hey, I think Luke Harper as president would give us a better shot. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, man. We got a fantastic Royal Rumble weekend ahead of us. But I'm pretty sure there's one other thing that we need to get to.
All right.
And I'm clueless as to what that is. I was hoping that you would have that information.
No.
It just seems like there's something that we're missing here, man.
Not that I can remember.
Nothing? All right, cool. Okay. Well, with that said, guys.
Oh, you mean other than me getting a like from Carly Gray on Twitter?
Maybe that was it. I don't know. Maybe that was it. What happened again?
Today was her birthday, and I wished her happy birthday, and she liked it.
Guys, ladies, Carly Gray included, listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast. Oh, this is a great show. Make sure that you hit us up on social media. You can start off with Twitter. You can tweet us at our official Twitter page for the show at
TWF_podcast.
Carly Gray, Nikki Bella, and all the ladies. Make sure that you slide into Trent's DMs. You can tweet Trent at
MTW3589.
And for me, you can always tweet me at BangEm South. Make sure that you like and follow us on Twitter, but also subscribe to our Facebook page, facebook.com/TWF podcast. And Trent, they can send us email at
TWFpodcast@gmail.com.
Also, make sure that you subscribe, and view all of the podcasts on YouTube under our channel, The Wrestling Fans Podcast. Make sure that you like, heart, retweet, subscribe, do everything else that you do on the internet. Swipe left, right, doesn't even matter. Just make sure that you
left, swipe right.
I don't even know what the left and the right is. I think you can swipe up now too.
Oh, well, left, I know is the bad one.
The bad one? Okay, all right.
Well, that's the one, where you don't want to check somebody out.
Oh, check you out, my friend. Check you out. So.
Yes, I venture on Tinder every now and then. No success on it, but I do venture onto it.
No, you didn't put a picture of John Cena as your profile?
No.
Okay, I'm just saying, man. If you put a picture up of Cassius Ono, like I'm pretty sure you'll get some pictures, but it'll have to be the thin version.
I probably have worse flow than I do now.
Whatever you do, make sure that you like, listen, subscribe, enjoy, and definitely share with others. We are the two hosts that bring you the Wrestling Fans Podcast. Trent, we're going to have a great Royal Rumble Takeover San Antonio weekend. Yes, do you have anything else? Do you have anything else, my friend?
I think that's it.
Okay, Trent, you predict that who will win the Royal Rumble?
Goldberg.
And you predict that Kurt Angle will be in it. I predict that Sami Zayn will win it. And that Cassius Ono will debut at TakeOver San Antonio.
Yep.
That's how we close the show. Trent, talk to you soon. Have a wonderful weekend, man. And we will pick it up next week.
All right. Sounds good.
Take care.
All right. Bye.